reacting to Hospital by Ice Cream Sandwich. Let's go!
The heart helps pump your blood. The lungs help you breathe in oxygen. The appendix helps you self-destruct.
It's true.
I've come close.
It's true. It happened to me. I have the scar to prove it. I can't show you guys because I'm so pale. I'll blind you, but it's true. It's such a ripoff. It's such like a weird. It's like a nerf of an organ. It just is there to blow up and hurt you. It's weird.
To meeting my demise a couple of times, but somehow death can't really get a firm grasp on me, and I am still here. I ain't going out without a fight, baby. Grab a snack, get cozy, because I'm about to tell you a tale about how I survived my first medical emergency. But real quick, you know how it is. Time to monetize my personal injury.
Hey, let's go. Here's the question. Was it worth it? Whatever the bag that he received from Skillshare, I'm guessing it's a few tens of thousands of dollars, right? Ice Cream is a massively successful YouTuber. Does it retroactively make the injury worth it? Huh? Does it make it worth it? Does it make it worth it? I don't know.
Sponsored this video. Skillshare is an online learning platform for creative people who are learning new skills, honing skills.
Guys, go to Skillshare and use Ice Cream Sandwich.
Sponsoring this video. When this all happened, my medical emergency, I was still in college. Stupid, oblivious to the doom that I was about to endure, but happy. Bunch of friends and I woke up super early one day to be overachievers and go to an interactive programming workshop. More than me, my friends wanted to be overachievers. I was lured in by free food. All I had to do was show up, pretend to follow along, and then pack away as many calories as I could. Simple. We all get there.
That's seriously, they know the demographic. Whenever they do these events on campus, they know that college kids are only ever influenced by literally one thing, and that's free food. Like, my stomach was controlling my behavior probably 10 times more than my brain in college. And that was not even coming close. There was another organ that controlled my behavior a little more. But that's not safe for work to discuss.
Things are going smoothly. I'm enjoying several delicious pastries at no expense to myself. But, starting to feel a little gurgly. My bowels were making a movement, and I figured I probably ate something bad and went to the bathroom to relieve myself. After going to the bathroom, I felt much better. Ooh, free food. And I went back to the original plan, having delicious and free. Oh, it's back. I was feeling really nasty again, and it was stronger this time. You know how sometimes your body's like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. This was more of like, you need to go to the bathroom. I better stop eating this stuff. As the seminar went on, I started to get more and more sick and looked more and more pale. I would draw that here, but, you know. It got so bad that I just left to go home. At this point, I lived off of campus, and it took me like 20 minutes to walk home by foot. But I was so sick, I didn't even care. I was so determined to get home and sleep through whatever the hell this was and just be done with it. Halfway through the walk
What
home,
is it? The whole time we're watching this, he said he introed it with it's a medical emergency. I'm just absolutely playing House MD over here, trying to diagnose him. Chat! He looked as pale as Wes, potentially. I am the only one that is more pale than literally a character whose color digits are F. If you, like, do the sample tool on Photoshop. What is it? Chat, what is it? I'm trying to figure out what the hell this medical emergency is. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Starting to feel really...
Hey, yo, doctors in the chat. Can you guys please tell me?
Nauseous again, though. Like, throw up nauseous. I hate throwing up. However, nature is strong, and my stomach demanded a purge. But then I saw a truck driving my way, and I thought it would be really embarrassing to be seen throwing up on the side of the road at like 8 in the morning. So I just willed myself to not throw up.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're driving through a college, that's probably a pretty big likelihood that you are going to see somebody throwing up at 8 in the morning. It's not that unlikely, particularly if you're driving around on either a Friday, Saturday, or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, right?
Don't know how.
He's pregnant?
Eventually, I made it home. Still sick, but at least I was in bed. My roommate was home at the time, and I told him about what was happening. About all of my symptoms, the loss of free food, which was the real tragedy, let's be honest, and my iron will that stopped me from throwing up somehow. He let me rest, which hardly happened because I did get sick in the bathroom a couple times. I can't describe it accurately how terrible this felt. I would not wish this on my greatest enemy. Later, my roommate was talking to his then girlfriend, and she was like, that sounds a lot like appendicitis. You should take him to the hospital.
Oh no!
Hey, Andy. we should go to the hospital. I'm gonna take you to the hospital. And so he did.
Really?
At the hospital, I'm asked a bunch of questions. Where does it hurt? How long has it been hurting?
And that's not how my appendicitis was at all. Also, shout out his roommate's girlfriend. really like saving his life potentially, right? I got appendicitis. It was literally just like stomach cramps. I didn't feel like I didn't throw up. I didn't do any of that. That's weird. I didn't even know that was a symptom. And I've had it. I don't have an appendix anymore, so hey, thankfully I won't get it again. But that's cool, right? You can only get appendicitis once.
When did this start? Etc., etc. And then the doctor told me, I think you have appendicitis. We're gonna have to move you to urgent care. What's appendicitis? It's the infection and inflammation of the appendix. Failing to treat it can result in rupturing and infecting your entire body, which is usually fatal. What's an appendix? It's a useless thin tube in your lower right abdomen. It serves no function of the human body. Yeah, so I was going through mountains of pain and suffering because this little tiny part of me that has no purpose was going haywire and could literally explode inside of me and kill me. I was bitter, but I had no other choice. They admitted me to the hospital for emergency surgery. This was not the plan. I was supposed to be pretending to work while enjoying free breakfast, not getting surgery. I've never had a plan go that awry before. Hey,
you know what's really funny is whoever made those muffins is like, yo, they're probably thinking back on this, connecting 2 and 2 together, realizing they're the ones who made the muffins. They're like, yo, how did I cook muffins so badly that they gave somebody appendicitis? What did I do? What kind of weird voodoo did they perform on these muffins that they were able to give them a completely unrelated malady into their stomach? Also, did you guys know the appendix actually has a purpose? It stores healthy gut bacteria for whenever your like good gut bacteria get wiped out for whatever reason. The appendix stores a reserve so you can still stay healthy and have like a healthy microbiome. So it's basically a crazy probiotic. Isn't that kind of cool?
guys, let's
Facts with Wesley!
go get some coffee together. This was certainly not what I had in mind. Despite the increased suffering that's about to happen to me, I think that I was really lucky. If my roommate was out of the house at that point, he might have never known and never been able to bring me to the hospital in the first place. I would have just stayed in bed for the pain to pass, and then my appendix would have exploded. Then I would have gotten a one-way free ticket to the River Styx. So there's like no refunds. In the hospital, they take me to the scanner room. They needed to look inside of my sweet bod to assess the situation and to see how dire it was.
Guys, whenever I go into these scanners, whether they're in like TSA or in the hospital, I have to admit this. I always flex. I always flex. I'm so like self-conscious. My ego is so low that I'm always like, okay, they're about to scan me. But I try not to do it, obviously, because I'm like, yo, I want them to think I got a good bod. This TSA agent I'm never going to see again in my life, who literally doesn't give 2 shits about me, I'm always like, I have to make him think I got big biceps. So I always flex. Am I the only one? Chat and YouTube comments. I have to know. Am I the only one who flexes when I go through these things?
I didn't know how they figured this
Hey,
one
good.
out, but
Thank you,
I guess
T-Max.
I was too thin, and that made the scanning more complex.
What?
And the nurse was like, you are much too compact. And I'm like, what does that mean? And she was like, this tube needs to go in your butt. Yeah, my intestines were just too close together, so the scan would be too hard to see. And they needed to pump me full of some kind of liquid to expand my intestines to get a better look and determine if it was actually appendicitis and what the real issue is. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what they said. Maybe I should have stayed home. What was I gonna say? No? I'm trying to not die here. So that was a really unfun experience.
Imagine Ice Cream finds out that that's not a legitimate medical practice and that nurse wasn't actually a nurse. It was just some absolute weirdo who snuck in with a clipboard and a lab coat. That's crazy, right? Like some weirdo off the street could sneak into a doctor's office, tell you to do the weirdest stuff. But if they have a lab coat, a clipboard, and some rubber gloves, you'd probably give them access to any of your orifices. Isn't that scary? Isn't that wild? I don't know. What's up, Pegasus? Hey, what's up, family?
Experience that I'm not going to animate. After that, they confirmed that the situation was dire. So after the scanning room, I was back in the hospital bed waiting for the next steps when I got a visit from the anesthesiologist. We will call him John. He and the surgeon were talking, and I heard them say they needed to pump my stomach for safety. If they put you under for surgery, you need to have your stomach empty, otherwise it can be dangerous. Again, not sure why. All I knew is that I was sick and that these people were just going to try to save me. So everything was go at that point. John then turns to me and says with some kind of twisted joy, "Oh, you're not gonna like this." Yeah? Well, newsflash, John.
What?
I'm not liking any of this. I like free breakfast, not surgery. I didn't sign up for this crap. So this tube has to go in your stomach. To pump the stomach, you have to have a tube pushed down your throat. It's a long piece of plastic that you have to continuously swallow down until it reaches your stomach, and then they can turn it on and get all of the stuff out of your stomach.
This is disgusting. At this point, they could like give out Boy Scout medals because he's got a cord. He's got a tube in his entrance and a tube in his exit. They could meet in his stomach, and you could like tie them in a knot. This is gross. This is disgusting. I feel so bad for Ice Cream Sandwich. I'm so grateful that my appendicitis, I had to stick no tubes in any orifices. No orifices. That's a plus for me. Like, I was always a little salty about my appendectomy. I am so thankful now. I am just very happy. I'm so sorry you went through this, Ice Cream Sandwich. You are my favorite rooster YouTuber, so I'm sorry.
I don't think you need any convincing when I say that is terrible. Also, you can do it wrong. If you don't position your head correctly, it can hit the back of your throat and make yourself vomit. And guess what I did? I threw up everywhere. On myself, on the nurses, on the surgeon who was trying to help me with the tube. I'm not gonna animate this either, but all I know is that I have a distinct fear of tubes now. What if I don't make it through this?
That's fair.
Will I ever see you again? Finally, I was rolled off to surgery and moved to the operating table. Oops, one more touch to the back of the throat for good measure. And that was the last thing I remember. I was out. That anesthesia, it really does the job. And then I woke up. Appendixless. I was cured. I spent the next day healing a little bit. My mom visited. I watched cartoons on TV all day. And I got soup and an icy pop and juice for meals, which seemed like a lot of sugar for a hospital to give someone. But hey, this is America, baby. Sugar's like our aspirin. And I didn't mind. I just went through a lot. My friends who were at the seminar thing collected all my stuff for me so no one would steal it, which again, is really nice of them. Making this video makes me realize that I'm really lucky to have the people that I have in my life. They look out for me. Thank you for looking out for me. Because if you weren't, nature would probably have taken me by now. If you are feeling nauseous and have pain in your lower right abdomen, see a doctor. If you guys were at my AMA on Discord a while back, thank you very much for stopping by. Turns out it's really hard to answer questions fast, and I didn't get to all of them, but it was really fun. And if you missed it, I announced it on my Twitter and community page, so go there and follow me.
That was super fun, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I always love Ice Cream Sandwich. I'm glad he made it so wholesome in it. And yo, chat is spamming tentacles. Yeah, basically, he did basically have a hentai-style tentacle experience, didn't he? A bit, except it was tubes. That being said, I'm glad Ice Cream Sandwich made it. That way he can provide the whole world with immensely more entertainment, and he can stay alive. It's a win for everybody. That being said, hope you have an immensely beautiful day, guys. Subscribe down below for more reactions, and please comment. Let me know other videos you want to see reactions to, whether they're from other animators, Ice Cream Sandwich, anybody on YouTube. I hope you have an immensely beautiful day. We also do reactions live on twitch.tv/talk2Wesley every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time if you want to hang out with me and chat and watch videos together. It's fun. That being said, guys, I hope you have a great day. I'm out.